Ben has unlocked the secrets of understanding how our minds control our business and daily lives. Inside each episode, Ben shares his proven actionable items, tips, and secrets to managing the supercomputer between your ears so you can build and develop your business and start living the life you desire and deserve. This is Practical Psychology for Business with Benjamin Halpern.
Hi, and welcome to today's podcast titled 3 Steps to Success. Yeah, you read about it so much, you hear about it so much, everybody breaks it down in different ways, and I'm trying to cut through the fluff and the bluff and get down to it. You know, I always say that every book, in the library or in Barnes & Nobles, generally speaking, every big author, and I'm speaking more in the world of personal development, professional development, is where I live in that space and read enormous amount in that space. Every player brings one idea to the table. That's it. They pad their book 400 or 500 pages, but at the end of the day, if you water it down, there's one message, one idea, one concept that they bring to the table. So if you break down all the different talk on success, I think it boils down, in my opinion, to 3 steps. And if you can get these 3 steps in check, you can live and achieve and experience the success that you want. The definition of success means to say the life that you desire and deserve. Because as we've spoken before in these podcasts, I'm a big believer that whatever you can conceive, you can achieve, and the world, God doesn't have a weird sense of humor to tease you and play with you. However, there are 3 steps that you need to do to be able to achieve it. And the first one, which I talked about in the previous podcast, is taste your vision. I'm not going to get into detail on this podcast. If you want to check it out, check out the previous podcast that's titled Taste Your Vision. You need to be able to taste it and experience it for real. And that's what sets Colonel Sanders, Sylvester Stallone, Richard Branson, Walt Disney, and everybody else that succeeded. They were able to taste their vision. Now I want to talk about step 2, and that is keep changing your approach. The bottom line is, the reality is that a plane that takes off in New York City and lands in Los Angeles exactly on a dime where it's supposed to land is off course for more than 90% of the time. That means that's the reality of life. A straight flight is off course all the time, and that's the way it was intended. In life, that's the way it is. We are off course most of our life. We got to correct all the time. So if you made a decision and you tasted your vision and you know where you want to go, we're going to land in LAX on a certain runway and touch down in a certain place. That's what you now know that you want, and you can taste the fact that you're going to land exactly where you want to land. Now the question is, how's the flight going to go? Now I'm telling you the flight ain't going straight because it's the way of the world. This is another one of those rules you could sit and kvetch and complain about, but the bottom line is it's a rule of reality, science. You have to agree with it and learn how to deal with it. Don't try to circumvent it, because as real as if you go outside when it's raining, you're going to get wet. If you're not wearing a raincoat, this is equally as real that you will not go a straight line. It's not the way it works. You're going to be off course 90% of the time. That's the way it works. So learn from everybody else. Whoever else landed on a dime learned how to tolerate and how to adjust. So you constantly have to make adjustments on a regular basis. Keep changing your approach. Whatever works, keep doing. Whatever doesn't work, change. Don't keep doing something that doesn't work, hoping you get a different result, because that's like the famous saying that Einstein said, right? Paraphrasing, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Okay, so it's not going to change. If you do the same thing, it didn't work, it's not going to work. So keep changing your approach. Whatever works, works. Whatever doesn't work, adjust. As long as you keep adjusting, constantly adjust to what works and what doesn't work. What works today might not work tomorrow. What works tomorrow might not work the next day. That's fine. That's the process. Because similar to a flight, there are storms and different things that come in the way, and winds and tailwinds and front winds and all types of different things that come that you could not predict, but you could predict that they're going to come. They will be there. And you need to just remember, adjust accordingly on a regular basis, keep changing your approach, and you will get there. And finally, the third step is know you got to pray. Do ever. There is a higher power that does need to help you. You can do your part. You can get out there. You can taste your success. You can keep on changing your approach. But remember, there is a higher power. There is something that will help you do it, and that's got rules. When you taste your vision and you keep changing it is when it happens. So remember, the higher power will kick in. If you see you cannot make it happen, there's no way in the world you could change it. There's no way this can ever pan out. It's not working out. Remember, there's a higher power that fills in. So even if you know and you don't feel that you could do this on your own, you have the capability, there is the higher power that's there to help you and help anybody that wants to move from something they can conceive to create something they can achieve. Those are the 3 steps. And remember those 3 steps, and you will be able to create the life that you desire and deserve. If you want my help to be able to apply it and adjust it and customize it to your specific life, check out my website, benjaminhalpern.com, to see what I could do for you.